하기는 나 소랑이다. 네. 어디 회주 치기로. 어디 회주 치기로 하세요. 나사, 야, 나사这些的。Ja, okay. Tantric serva. Gå så dan. Aje, mara hai. This okay? Page 3. Yeah, okay. Om Kendra ro he hum pe om sabha shuda va dharma sabha shudo.
From within the state of emptiness appears a skulls with a hung inside. From that manifests water to drink, bathing water, flowers and incense, glowing light, fragrant perfumes and food, symbols and the like they all amass. As Samanta Bhadra's offering clouds, filling up the threefold universe, Vajrayogini and the hosts of gathered Dakinis express delight. The energy of the offering clouds is beyond the scope of intellect.
Om Benza Argam Ahum, Om Benza Padin Ahum, Om Benza Bhujbe Ahum, Om Benza Dubbe Ahum, Om Benza Aloge Ahum, Om Benza Gende Ahum, Om Benza Nivide Ahum, Om Benza. Page 13. Right,
13. Page 13.
先把
Oh, and then let me see, 13 or supplication to the lamas, which page? Maybe, or page 14. From the palace of unions, great bliss free of constructs, to you bliss gone one Vajradhara, I deeply pray. From the pure palace of non-duality's expanse, to you the son of all victors, Tilopa, I pray. From the palace of rainbow-like vivid emptiness, to you, supreme scholar Naropa, I deeply pray. From the pure palace of my form as a deity, to you, the true gurus of the union transmission, and to you, all root and lineage lamas, I pray. Please bless me to realize mind as the Dharmakaya. From the palace that quells misfortune and obstacles, to you the oceans of Dharma protectors I pray. Pacify in all directions negativity, and hindrances granting common and supreme cities. The visualized field of accumulation dissolves into me. Love is the intent to benefit others. Compassion is the wish to overcome their pain. Joy is feeling fulfilled by their happiness. Equanimity is equalizing beings. Love is the intent to benefit others. Compassion is the wish to overcome their pain. Joy is feeling fulfilled by their happiness. Equanimity is equalizing beings. Love is the intent to benefit others. Compassion is the wish to overcome their pain. Joy is feeling fulfilled by their happiness. Equanimity is equalizing beings.
Om Sabhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Sabhava Shuddha Om Banzara Shuddha Sarva Dharma Banzara Shuddha Om Yoga Shuddha Sarva Dharma Yoga Shuddha.
Through reciting these mantras, all phenomena subsumed within, subject, objects, dualistic grasping, become transformed into emptiness. By reciting Hong Hong from within that state, comes a Vajra ground, fence, tent, and canopy, webs of arrows, and outside the scope of that, wisdom flames blaze, and in this protective sphere, from me arises a Dharmodaya with its root pointing downward and a base on top. Outside it is blue and inside it is red. In the center of its vast expansive base, from the letter palm a lotus manifests of multiple colors, and from A appears a full moon, and from Ram manifests a sun. Above flattened Bangchin appears my own mind, as a red bomb letter emanating light. From that appears a Vajra-handled curved knife, with a bomb at its hub streaming forth with light, sending out offerings to the exalted ones, and cleansing defilements for all sentient beings, placing them in the state of the Vajra Queen. The light gathers back, and I fully transform, like silk suddenly hoisted into the sky, becoming the form of Vajrayogini, red in color, clear yet empty. I'm ablaze with the splendor of 100,000 suns. My main face of passion and wrath has 3 eyes, bearing fangs, and on my right above my ear is a grunting sow face, and I am adorned with a 5 gold crown, while half my hair is loose. I bear a necklace of 50 severed heads, 5 bone ornaments, and in my right hand is a curved knife, and in my left I am holding a skull cup filled with blood, while a trident rests in the crook of my arm, pointing toward the sky, reveling in blood with a youth of 16 years. My breasts are plump and my right leg is bent up, the left extended in gestures of dance, gaining victory in space over the 3 realms. I dwell at the center of masses of fire that have come blazing forth from my own body. At my navel from Om and Bam is Barahi. At my heart from Ham and Yom is a blue Yamini. At my throat from Prim and Mom is the white Mohini. At my forehead from Rim yellow Samchalini. And at the crown with Hong a green Samtrasini. On my limbs with Pipit are the smoky Chandikas. All have one face, 2 arms, and a curved knife in the right. In their left a blood skull cup, and they wear crowns of skulls, garlands of fresh heads, and they are marked with the 5 seals. With 3 eyes their hair flows free, with tridents on their arms. Right legs bent and left outstretched as they abide in dance. In my secret place as I am Vajrayogini is a red Dharmodaya with 3 in the center, streaming light and 10 directions to all the victors, and their hosts inviting all the Vajrayoginis.
Banzara Sama.
From all of their bodies, limitless forms emanate, dissolving into my crown, and this then generates energy and power in my body. Then from there, speech streams readily, Kali absorbed into my throat, generating energy and power in my speech. From their hearts a stream of bodhicitta then descends, entering my heart, and bliss emptiness arises. Yogini then dissolves into me, and where none do.
Zahom Bhavo Yoga Shuddha Sarvadharma Yoga Shuddha.
Again from the seed syllable at my heart light rays stream out, invoking the deities of the five Buddha families who grant empowerment.
Om Pensa Gula Sabare Vare Argam Bhajan Bhujve Dhruve Alogen Gande Nivede Om Sarva Tata Gata Amikin Gata Samaya Om Sarva Tata Gata Amikin Sadhum.
By our having supplicated thus, the empowerment deities say, just as when the thus gone ones are born, the ablution rite is requested. With this pure divine water we too, in the same way shall also wash you.
Om
Sarva Tathagata Abhishekata Samaya Thus empowerment is now bestowed. My body is filled and defilements are purified. The excess water overflows at my crown, becoming the crown ornament of Akshobhya. Then the empowerment deities dissolve and are absorbed into me. I now offer clouds of offerings manifested by the goddesses, arisen from my heart syllable.
Om
Sarva Tathagata Vajrayogini Sabare Vare Argam Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Vajrayogini Sabare Vare Padyam Pratija Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Vajrayogini Sabare Vare Pushpe Pratija Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Vajrayogini Sabare Vare Pushpe Pratija Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Vajrayogini Sabare Vare Alogen Pratija Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Vajrayogini
Hare Vara Gande Varde Jasoha Om Sarva Tata Gata Manza Varahe Sevare Vare Neve Varde Jasoha Om Sarva Tata Gata Manza Varahe Sabare Om Ben Zaravene Om Pe Om Ben Zaravanche Om Pe Om Ben Zaravanche Om Pe Om Ben Zaramuraze Om Pe Om Ben Zarahase To the mouth of my kind rude guru, essence of all the Buddhas of the 3 times and 10 directions, Om Aham. To the mouth of sovereign Vajradhara, Om Aham. To the mouth of exalted Vajrayogini, Om Aham. To the mouth of great Siddha Tilo Sherzang, Om Aham. To the mouth of learned Master Naropa, Om Aham. To the mouth of Lochin Chuki Lodro, Om Aham. To the mouth of Mila Dorje Gyaltsen, Om Aham. To the mouth of Dabo Dabo Shono, Om Aham. To the mouth of Bliss Van Padmodruba, Om Aham. To the mouth of the great Lord Dekungpa, Om Aham. To the mouths of root and lineage lamas, Om Aham. To the mouths of Vajrayoginis, 5 Dakinis, and all the hosts of Yilitis, of Yidams, of 4 classes of Tantra, Om Aham. To the mouths of the forearm, glorious wisdom protector, and all the oceans of Samaya bound Dharma Palas, Om Aham. Through the offerings of gazing and
smiling, holding hands, embracing and uniting as one empowerment is bestowed. May we now realize the intended meaning of the tantras. Sarva Tathagata Anuragana Bhaja Swabhava Emagoham. By meditating upon the state devoid of identity, meditation on the essence of the deity is achieved. This then fulfills a great offering and simultaneously achieves the realization of all the Buddhas. Om, homage to you, Bhagavati Vajrayogini, Arya, Mother of the three worlds, by others you're unassailed. Great majesty of awareness, for all ghosts you incite fear. Casting down in all directions, you are the great Vajra Queen, undefeated lady of the Vajra seed. You can't be beat. Your powerful eyes roam about, even poison you dry up. Fearsome, terrifying goddess, the lady who shows her fangs. You chop, slay, and fully cleave, and over them you reign supreme. Fully triumphant one, you stun, paralyze, and stupefy. Homage to you, Varahi, great yogini, queen of desire. Clearly appearing in the form of Vajrayogini at my navel, in a fire-red Dharmodaya ring is a red lotus, and at its hub a sun mandala with a red bomb, encircled by the mantra garland, which rotates to the left while its seed and seed syllable remain unmoved, as it circles with great force and speed. Light rays stream out, making offerings to the noble ones, and purify the obscurations of wandering beings. The light gathers back and then dissolves again into the mantra garland, causing the bliss emptiness to blaze. Om, 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananeye Vajra Perozaneye. Om, Om, Pe, 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 Soha. Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananeye Vajra Perozaneye. Om, 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 Pe, Pe, Soha. Vajrayogini Vajrayogini
sarva buddha-dakineya Vajrayogini sarva buddha-dakineya sarva buddha-dakineya Vajrayogini sarva buddha-dakineya sarva buddha-dakineya Vajrayogini sarva buddha-dakineya sarva buddha
Vajrayogini
Vajrayogini Sarva Sarvam Buddham Jagine Banzam Benam Neye Banzam Berozane Hom Piso Ya these are Chivatan, Chucheka, that's the nature of my sonny, in a man, ye chi, and Sera. Sonny email down ye chi, the name the Chumas, one of the Chivatan, Chuchekas.
So now we'll have about 30 minutes for questions, any questions you might have, so we can have some question and answer. Actually, starting now, if you have questions that you don't get to address today, or if other questions come up, please write them down and submit them online, and then we'll have, going forward, we'll do it based on the written submissions, but today we'll go ahead and just have spontaneous question and answer.
Yeah, that's right.
Does anyone have a question? So are the people on Zoom, are we able to hear them when they speak? Can they speak their questions and then we can hear the questions?
Okay.
If there's no questions, that's fine. You don't have to have questions. We can keep going, but just in case if there are any.
What is karma die?
So it's the, here, the Dharmadaya is the six-pointed star. So you're like, but the meaning is the source. So sometimes it's translated actually as a reality source. The meaning is that it's the source from which all phenomena is arisen.
I have a question. So I noticed in the sadhana after the empowerment that Akshobhya appears on Vajravarahi's crown, right? And in the chakra samvada practice, and as well as in the mantra, Vairochana is mentioned on her crown. So I'm curious as to what the difference is, if there even is a difference, if I shouldn't discriminate between these different Buddha families. That's, yeah.
Di yang lau ki rawa nga ka la bairo chana ye rawa di bairo chana ye or di number nang se yamba do yo jire sam gi rawa deni de gare chebar chikchina ke yo mare
chebar yo mare sedan 다다티 regda serwa machu krai rawan doati kagina machu krai demcho machu krai doje pom samsa tinan du gres
samsam demcho
demcho da doje pom tikwan ra cha machu krai demcho ju da china demcho wa pomina demcho ju serwa zai chi ni ne an samsam de jul den ju ke je da se zai用多ju但就这个在乡下这用多的南巴那在听这乡下那有啥的，这基本上是有啥嘛的是。
So Jula tene de Jimson yapo.
Je be da je那我在都是旁边的，因为这个南巴那在接的比较安全，我这里那我在用多，就当就这。我就嘛的他。다 넘버 나지 지엔 대비아 제도 지엔 대비아 제 양대 준으로 다 도리에 방문을 넘버 나지 지엔 대비아 준제 강을 해 봐서 상도 사야 될 라칸 준제 강을 해 봐서 상도 이나做这么久了应该是想呢这个是哪一这面넘버 나지 라고 하면都是吧在一起能做生意对这些家的这对他在一起用给的
So he believes that he'll get into this a little bit more like during the teaching time going forward, but in general, like sometimes because also the lord of the family for Chakra Sambhara is Akshobhya. So then in this case, so sometimes it's, it's different. Like in some cases she has, it appears that Vairochana is on her head. Sometimes it appears that it's Akshobhya. And then he said, and I didn't fully understand why, but that it's cause, sometimes it's like the cause and then the result. So there's that reason, which it sounds like maybe he'll speak of more when he gets into the teachings going forward. But in any case, it doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't, if it doesn't have to be Akshobhya, you can visualize Vairochana. But here, it is mentioned in the Tantras that it is Akshobhya, depending, in different sources it's different.
Thinking about the lineage of this highest yoga tantra, is there some relation to, is it classified as a Mahamudra? Is it a Mahamudra tantra? Or is
You mean the highest yoga tantra or this in particular?
Yeah, this one in particular.
So dorje na drama king yo sarwa.
가르쳐 도전해 좀.
Tene dorje na drama de ju lana me be ju ne yong yorwa. Ini yang chaja chimbo mixa chaja chimbo dang dawa yorwe.
차자 친구 저한테와 저한테 차자 친구 들이 가르쳐나在在济南等的那时候给拉那米比具体说做什么的我在차자 친구小学了吧在那大在그 하라고 제 라메 친나 먹을 때 아니야 가로 직접 세 가게 라도 가로 직접 세 되나 제 다이 하나는 라미 주 정말 반대 손에 걸 그런 제 믹스해야 안지 유튜브야 봐 먹을 차자 친구는 냐마 제발 뭐 진짜 정도 내가로 제발 뭐 가로 저냐니 봐 지나 가르 정도 오잖아 콩다 가지 라마제 레송스 가지 그라마 맨자 송마송 대 가지 라마제 레스 콩 공에만 gergenje 요새 gergenje 요새 gergen테라 어디 gergen테 저기 다 코로나 맞아요 살와 코로나 자외라 막 gergen제나 코자외라 맞지 자꾸로 충충이 있었을 때 자외라 맞지 저기야 투담다 참 냠냠치 도레스 그 마찬가지도 그랬어 그만도 돼 찬스도 있고 라마는 거 포도 그랬어 그 담보 차제 세들이 점로도 저게 보면서 제 토바사데 스테프시는 거 야만하네 다 라마디 찬스도 저래 좀 표지로 하고 그 야만하디 토바노사데 스테프시오스
So 공다 디 로마 착사 체계
찬스 그래서 쿠폰도 원사 로 충충 원사 와 되니
야야야
네 라마 야 그러면 뭐다 냠내 지켜요로 가동다 지켜요로 야대 고 찬스 고 쇼사로 대치 고 차시랑 세미 있었어 당보 차제지 데는 내리지 우리지 양대 고코르다 있어 라마나 야들이 제 달라마도 공파서 서로 라마도 공파서 손도 되네 그 이마들 라마들 배 모후쇼 제 손수 권한 모후쇼 제지에서 모후치에 장 전반 토송나 차도 없었어 데레 소르데 지도 셈네로 오 통데래 대 모후를 된 차자 신분으로 도와서 살아 라마들랑 셈 이해미 봐 도와네 어떻게나 다 제가 저 하나 주대 상말 반대에 손는다 라고는 리커서 주대 공만들
총도 대 라마 총도
라마 총산데 레세 데레 코랑 전바 뒤통다 토 맞아다 라마 모후쇼 시 송소 제니 맞아
로마기
데오시
레레레
어 모후쇼 제 제사도 제 송도 되는 공 전바 토송나 차도 스 모후 체차 데레 소제 전바라 소도 셈네로 오늘 통내라데 자주 신문으로
So 공다 당보 대 작사 체와대 타다 고마송 양철
다 콜라만 고코 당 있었어
고고다
코나 당보 보고 들어와 그다 찬세 그러와
아하
차 제이선 세 당보 다 찬세 힘 뭐뭐 세 그러고 차만 세와 지보모사 저 데레 토반 사데 시 남의 찬세도 그래서 오늘 계셔도 찬세 그래서 연대다
야야야 오케이
어떤 고코당 있어 당보 코나 많아
라소
보고와 코나
야야야 오케이 이니 양디 당 자와 대 차차 침보기 자와 간데
또 차자 신보다 모후제네 코나 전반 토서
이니 양디 리바데 라나메 베줄라
그 유성만 돼야 되는
야야
모후를 되는와
무골라테네
가로 직접 사람도 다 보는 거지 저는 다 사람이 유성만 돼야 돼
So, in general, yes, there's a connection with all of the highest yoga tantra practices and tantra practices in general with Mahamudra. So, for instance, there's the dissolution stage and the completion stage, and the completion stage is really, the practice of Mahamudra when we're really doing the completion stage, and it's through the deity, practicing the Yidam deity and devotion to the Lama that then it becomes so these tantras of highest yoga or of the category of highest yoga tantra. Sometimes it's referred to, Mahamudra is referred to as like the single carpo, like carpo white. Yeah, so there's a type of medicine that's called carpo chikto, which is means that if you take this type of medicine, it cures all of the different types of diseases. And so that's what Mahamudra is likened to, is like this single remedy that cures all. It's through this single practice that all is realized and all of the obscurations are purified. So it is particularly, it's connected to, of course, it's the fruit, it's the fruition of all of the practices of unsurpassed Yoga Tantra. And the means to realize it really primarily is through devotion. So one time he said he was listening to a teaching, of the Dalai Lama, and he was talking about one Kagyu master, and he doesn't remember who it was exactly, the name, but he was telling a story about how, when this master was a young boy, and he was practicing his prostrations, he kind of Lama la tukdam.
Korang lama je yorwa, ti chogi ya lang rwa, korang ta tun zi girwa, tu song ne, ta chang se ko la pyo sarwa, di ko lo chung chung sarwa.
Re.
De ko cha je se de cha ma je.
Ha ko song yinang tukdam ka.
Nyam le che ko le
Tundam, yeah, tukdam song yo mare. Yeah.
Tukdam de na tu rwa.
So he would, wake up early, the Lama, and then the disciple, he said, okay, he told him to, to do prostrations, and so he was like facing the door of the Lama. So outside and like doing prostrations towards the Lama, but he sort of cheated, and he didn't do full prostrations. He kind of did like this sort of like easy version of just kind of dipping down, doing his prostrations. So he kind of, he did what his Lama said, but he could just see, the Lama could only see his head going down. So he thought, because there was the window and then like some stone, so he couldn't see his full body. So he looked like he was doing the prostrations, but he was just dipping his head down. And so the Lamas, could see him going up and down, but he wasn't actually doing his prostrations. So then when but then he grew up, and later the Lama passed away, and then he had really deep devotion for his Lama. Actually, after the Lama passed away, at one point he was in a state of such deep devotion, it was so intense that he actually fainted. And then when he came to again, he had realized Mahamudra. Teacher? I don't know. Okay, so is there another questions? Okay, so there's another question. I have a question to Rinpoche. Rinpoche mentioned that I have a question to Rinpoche. Rinpoche mentioned that the main feature of highest Yoga Tantra is the union of bliss and emptiness. Can he elaborate on that? Is the union of bliss and emptiness a method or result? Are we, so dampo tene chigi ju lana maybe ju yorwa dorje lana maybe or lana maybe ju tene chigi de tong yerme gidun, right? So yene yang de top rebe yang na drebu yang na drebu. And a top drawo yang na debu.
Tapini ke top deva chimbo sherap tomba ni tapini.
That's all. So the way he's described, so method, he said it's method and wisdom. So it's a union of method and wisdom. So method being great compassion and wisdom being the wisdom of emptiness. But I think that method, you're talking about it, is it like the cause or is it the result? I think is what you're saying. The Jew, you're not driven.
가려서는 못 조화 첨부 마차나 추 조화 첨부 인비 팽그 말했어. 어떻게 소소소 냠냐친 나랑 알아서 대통령이 통 소소 마토나 추도 지금 인비 팽그 말했어. 어떤 냠냐치 야트 주르와하데 드비도는 드비면서 티 미시에 준레도스 이와체도 야스야마도 소는 드빈다 샤숑나 초도 와세니나
So he said, it's not, we can't really say it's the cause or the result. It's both. And in general, it depends on one's own practice. So actually, and this is practicing the path, of practicing the result as the path. So, as is said, with, for instance, the practice of Dzogchen, it doesn't matter if the Dharma is Dzogchen Dharma. If the individual is not a Dzogchen level individual, then it isn't of any real benefit to practice the Dzogchen Dharma. So what really makes the practice that level of practice is the individual, the capacity of the individual and their inner practice. It is... it sort of transcends cause and result. But let me make sure we did. Are we do the sadhana and unite it with the meditation of bliss and emptiness? Do we meditate on that during the entire sadhana, both creation and completion stages, or just at the end? Dini ngato druptap chegirwa. Dini druptap gombe kala. Dini ngato de Tongni yerme gomyaki gang tuk che ya yorebe de druptap gombe kala gombe kala. Yangna de zorem chipo kala.
Doni yerme gom gma. Mixie doni yerme se gom gma res. Ko sa te rwa. Sa ngo te namba sewa rwa. Sewa. Ta ngo dong ba rwa. Se tong yerme rwa. 사대 양태가 좀 자손답을 하고 검사람도와 자손답을 쓰는 자선 서로 차랑 남성 통도 그러와 된자 통원에 이제 전다 접이요 뭐와 된냐 이제 공홍도 나통 예미세나라 나통 예미라 그러와 나마 통탐바 동바리데 어때 공홍도 믹스 동바서 곰도 고마스 티나라 난 고동바티난 두디 그래서 그래서 주라게 되는 거래 대동라도 곰고 말해서 코란테 시고 곰데데 대장지 키고 제통도 곰데데 곰고 말해서
So you don't have to actively try to meditate on bliss and emptiness. This is something that kind of comes as a product of the concentration of the mind and the pure intention. So for instance, if what we're focusing on is meditating on the clear form of the deity, and the aspect of the deity is clarity, which is also method, and the essence of the deity is wisdom or emptiness. So the essence of the deity itself is the union of method and wisdom. And we're meditating on the deity appearing clear and vivid, but empty of substantial nature, like a rainbow. And so when we meditate, then there can arise through the concentration on the meditation the experience of the union of bliss and emptiness. And the essence of the deity itself is the essence of all phenomena in its true nature, which is the union of appearance and emptiness. Rigzen Chudra says there isn't actually, he said, but you don't try to meditate on the union of bliss and emptiness, that this just comes naturally as a product of the meditation. So please enjoy your tea.
Okay. One question?
Yeah, one more question here.
Yeah, okay.
Very specific. When visualizing myself as Vajrayogini, am I on top of the Dharma Daya like on a roof of a building, or somewhere in the middle of the upside down pyramid? So,
当然，就刚掌握在啥的，刚掌握这是哪里也没去弄毛不有啥的，没弄去弄在这面的就往下的了，提刚这些啥刚掌下去。
So he said, there are the elements like inside it, I guess, of like water and fire. But
啥有的样的地，有啥啥经过这边有啥的刚什么嘞，那些。
So
这就刚来啥的这刚，哪来什么刚样的。
So he thinks, yes, we're standing on the Dharmodaya, not inside of it.
Can I ask a question? Is there Is there any like superior thing to focus on when we're doing this visualization? Like, I know if our mind is busy or we're bored or something, we can visualize different aspects of Vajrayogini or ourself as Vajravarahi. But as far as meditative concentration, is it preferable to just stay with the Bam syllable? Or like, is it better not to move around if you don't have to? What is the best thing for our meditation and like deepening our practice?
So, mikpa chewe kabla, nyamlin chewe kabla. Nune nyamlingi ta cho garere. Kain sinabe daman mambo yorwa.
Ta cho ate.
Let's go. Dene pena garsi de namto mambo drawo yona. Dene nune chena pena bam chikpo gom. Dene di yang pena samla yang dambo bam gom. Dene rang la yemba gom. Dene chemba la yang samla taya yorwa. Dene Yena yang di ma chene pena nune bam chipu drawo gomna yak sarebe yang na te sa yang po drawo yorebe gande che ya yore.
나 영래 나 약속 들어와.
Bam.
慢慢的냐 방가没. 영래 나 약속에 전반 많이 와. 지하들이 되네. 다 장밤 공난 저 쇼지라 되는 밤 지부 공대의 샘내던 내게 제 샘시면 졸래다 팽게라 와. 이나 당가도 예담 그냥 담에 나게 바르장 거 그러와. 담에 나와 신바서 장쇼 와 예담 좀要做这次와. 어때 이제 저 시라래 그 말와. 밤지 보고.
So the superior method or meditation is to remain in undistracted awareness. But how we do that, if for instance resting single-pointedly on, say, like the Bam, the point of that is because it stabilizes the attention. Our attention is single-pointed on the Bam, and that helps to sustain undistracted awareness. But the main thing is to cut through the grasping to appearances as ordinary. So when that's occurring in the meditation, then that's really, ideal.
Cutting through grasping as appearances as
Ordinary.
담에 나와 신바들와. 담에 나게.
Ordinary awareness. So is that what I said?
So like realizing that things are illusory.
Yeah, everything is the appearance of the deity. When we're meditating on the deity, we're meditating on the So, as is said, a product of meditating on the generation stage is that all form becomes the enlightened form of the deity. Speech becomes the sound of, or all sound becomes mantra, and all concepts or thoughts in the mind become the display of Dharmakaya. Does that?
I have another question.
Yeah, okay.
So this practice doesn't necessarily mention the four dakinis, Kandarohe, Lama, Dakini and Rupini. Is it permissible to visualize those if we're able to? And would it be permissible since the Katvanga contains the Heruka Mandala to visualize ourselves as Vajrayogini in union with Chakra Samvara, or should we just focus on ourselves as Vajrayogini as a solitary figure?
Dini de kanroji yo marwa yini yang garsi ngato kanroji gom to na dini gom na digirebe yang de karvanga nuni chini de demsho ki rang shinwa dini garsi pena de chebe kala de demsho dang pagmo de zungdu juba gom na yang
다 뜻인 그래서 당연히 하고 살아요. 간로시 요래 요나 나는 다다 지난 방문 좋다 다만 다 망보요. 라중아 사탄도 요래 다 düğün 사탄도 요 사탄 나 사탄도 요로 와. 근데 현재 좀 로와다. 텐도 가시 텐도 공도 오늘 제가 나 요요. 들을 좋다 저냐나 지난 저로 와. 와 근데 dem쇼 되고 잠나 dem쇼 좋다 저냐나 지난 저로 와. 이제 나 제작도 뭐야 이제 다다다다 코로나 로탕 제 여러 와 가한테 맞아 개개지고 잡딘 리코 말어.
So he said, you know, if you want to meditate on the four dakinis, there are different Varahi sadhanas, and some of them have dakinis. Some of them, you know, there's like the 15 deity Varahi practice, 7 deity Varahi practice. This is the co-emergent. And the five deity Varahi practice, where there's Varahi and then the four dakinis. So for instance, you could do one of those sadhanas. This sadhana is the co-emergent sadhana where she's just alone. We're just visualizing ourselves as Vajrayogini without retinue. And similarly, if you want to practice Chakra Samvara, you should do Chakra Samvara sadhana. But generally speaking, we really have to practice according to the sadhana we're using. We can't just kind of like decide to do what we want while we're practicing something, you know, a different text. So it is important to stick with the visualization as is described by the text. And if you feel a pull to do something different, then you should do the sadhanas that correspond with that.
We have
time for one more question if there's any other questions, and if there's not a question, that's fine too.
I have a small question. Can you explain what was happening in donning the armor? To don the armor. Oh, so what is happening? Yes, thank you. Can you explain to me what's happening during the section where we're donning the armor?
고자한테 데려와. 달하다 된도와. 다도 지금 도저히 방문다. 다 시제 요사로 고자한테 다 컨트롤시 추나라고 와. 그럴 때다 고자한테 다도 곰톱브레스로. 곰마톰나 이게 돼서 샤도 바회화 이게 돼서 곰디나. 고자한테는 아주 중요하다고 거기라서 중화 되는 거 고탑 셈보도 라브라 참다 공대는 고탑 고자한테는 와.
So, you know, if you're able to visualize, when we go through the donning the armor section, if you're able to visualize all of the deities that are mentioned, then you can do that. If that, sometimes that's very difficult. So in that case, you can just visualize, for instance, the syllables, the seed syllables. But what we're doing is we're visualizing these between the skin and the flesh, and the meaning of it is protection. So it is what it sounds like. We're donning the armor, so it's the armor which is like the protection.
So within Vajrayogini body, we visualize deities within different parts of the body, right?
Say that again.
Within Vajrayogini body, visualize
Vajrayogini what now? We're visualizing ourselves as Vajrayogini.
And within Vajrayogini, in different parts of body.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So
tantric sa ni ba za sha na.
So now we can return to the.
我真的
mantra
上你个
recitation.
是这些也吃真的把老西老新这些来了，当然也面吃是吧？
That's okay.
吃完。
So again,
大集团在查到了才新的了，那然后的他怕吃香的这用了，他们一个职工的搞里卡不多呢。 Ja, tantric.
No,
才新的，样的那然后嘞，他说，在吃香吃完当样的，对online做一个吃香的。
Okay. So actually, he's saying. So again, tomorrow, if you have any questions, he's now thought maybe for those of you who are online, probably the better thing is to submit your questions, your written questions. And he said, actually, for those of us here in the room, you can ask your questions like we did today.
Ja, okej. Ja. sarvam buddha sarvam
Sarvam Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya Om Be 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 Zoha Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya Om Be 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 Zoha Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya Om Be 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 Zoha Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya Om Be 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 Zoha Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya Om Be 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 Zoha Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya Om Be 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 Zoha Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya Om Be 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 Zoha Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya Om Be 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 Zoha Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Bhajravananeya Bhajraberodzaneya
Sarvam Buddhadagini Vajravanane Vajraberozane Om 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 Pe 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 Soha Sarvam Buddhadagini Vajravanane Vajraberozane Om 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 Be 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 Soha Sarvam Buddhadagini Vajravanane Vajraberozane Om 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 Be 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 Soha
From the bomb light radiates and the outer world and contents melt to light, which is absorbed into my body. I dissolve from the bottom and top into light, which dissolves into bomb. The body of the bomb then dissolves into its head and its crescent moon, then into the tigle and nada, which becomes luminous emptiness. Once again clearly with one face and two arms in the illusion-like form of Vajrayogini I arise. So now we'll do the talk, beginning with a hand offering on page 35 in one text, and then oh wait, maybe 37 in the other text.
这呢都要但这现在去想的这对。
Okay, do you whatever.
那呀，但这送你下。
That's all.
呀，当然去同嘛从行。
In the center, Om and Bam transform into a red Vajra Vajrahi. Hang and Yom become blue Yamini. Rim and Mom become white Mohini. Rim then yellow Samkalini. Om becomes green Samdrasini. And Pepe the smoky Chandika. On the fingers from Om is white Vajra Sattva. From Namahi arises yellow Vairochana. And from Soha, who is red Padmanateshvara. From Bokahai arises a deep blue Heruka. Ong transforms and becomes orange Vajrasurya. And from Pepehang there comes a green Hayagriva.
Om Benza Argam Badim Bube Dube
Aloke Gande Nivede Shabda Pratija Soha. The glorious Vajradakini, universal queen of skyfarers, embodiment of the five wisdoms and three kayas, you who protect beings, I pay homage and extol your praise. The Dakinis who reside upon lotus petals in four directions, Dakini Lama Kandaroha, and Rupini to all you for great skyfarers I also humbly bow.
Om Bam Om Ahom Ham Yo Om Ahom Hashem Om Ahom Hashem Om Ahom Om Ahom Pe Om Ahom Namahe Om Ahom Soha Om Ahom Okaje Om Ahom Om Ahom Pe Om Bam Om Ahom Ham Yo Om Ahom Hashem Om Ahom Hashem Om Ahom Om Ahom Pi Om Ahom Om Ha Om Ahom Namahe Om Ahom Soha Om Ahom Okaje Om Ahom Hom Ahom Pe Om Ahom Om Ahom Ahom. Yeah, in Judo.
The deities on my hand dissolving to me.
Om Kendaro He Hom Pe Svabhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Svabhava Shuddha.
From within the state of emptiness, Ramyam come burn up, disperse and cleanse all impurities, faults and defects of the Gana Chakra substances in a Kapala on top of a earth. The skulls replete with wind and fire are the soul contents as the essence of the 5 meats and the 5 nectars. As the wind blows, the fire is kindled, and they all become the nature of the 5 objects of the sense pleasures. From the syllables Om, Ah, and Hum, white, red, and deep light issues forth, transforming them into an ocean of undefiled, bright, gleaming nectar.
Om Ahum Ha Hore. Om Ahum Ha Hore. Om
Bliss gone Almighty Vajradhara, and to all of the Kagulamas I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana Chakra offering to Jetson Vajravarahi and the hosts of Yidams of 4 Tantras. I offer this ocean of nectar as the Gana Chakra offering to Dakas and Dakinis from the 24 great sites and 3 abodes. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana Chakra offering to Dharma guards Mahakala and Dharma Pala Sachi and the like. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana Chakra offering to oceans of oath-bound attendants and all treasure guards and local gods. I offer this ocean of nectar as a Gana Chakra offering. May broken samayas be repaired. May misdeeds and defilements be cleansed. May fruits of the 3 kayas be gained. Please be fulfilled and please grant to us the empowerments and attainments.
Om
Guru Deva Dakine Dharma Bala Sabare Varagana Chakra Puja. As all
all seen phenomena are pure. Cast away thinking that they are not. In the co-emergent essence where Brahmins, dogs, and outcasts merge partake. The dharmas of the bliss-born ones are priceless, free of desire and stainless. To that essence fully devoid of dualistic grasping, I humbly bow.
Om Benzara Sadhu Samaya Manubalaya Benzara Sadhu Dinobha Disha Dido Me Bhava Sudokayo Me Bhava Sudokayo Me Bhava Ayurado Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Gayasa Sarva Karma Susame Siddham Yam Guru Om Bhagavan Sarva Tatangata Paramahimsa Nidara Bhava Maya Samaya Sadhu. Page 20, long live English. Long live prayer.
Page 20 in the prayer book.
Oh, yeah.
In English, the long life prayers. For this realm, encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, Lord Chenrezig, may your life remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the three jewels, great being who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shakya lion, you perfectly excellent deeds. May you, the precious Guru, who accomplishes everything spontaneously, live long. Holder of the teachings of Lord Dragompa, great sovereign of the three jewels, through the power of your peerless compassion and the holy Dharma's peaceful light, you bring relief to beings. May your life be long. Known in the noble land as Aryadeva, you emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the heart son of Jigten Khenpo. May the life of glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 eons. May the teachings...
No, that's okay. Dogma, tantric.
May the life of Drupan, who glorifies the teaching, be firm.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. May the life of Drupan, who glorifies the teaching, be firm. May the noble ones who uphold the teaching encompass the earth. May the power and wealth of the teaching's benefactors increase, and may the teachings auspiciously remain for a long time.
So everyone enjoy the soak.
단어들敲在进步过程拉松，因为这是拉这个呗。我敲在进步这当的농아니 요사로 도초进步的，다다 줄라마로 지 줄라마 여러, 된장보다 도초敲在进步进这个。내가 저진 dem초 pomo도 저 남이 주저 저람세 여러. 일단 농아니는 마찬가지 싱람 싱메 나서 양대 남이 주서 남이 주. 또 저람세敲在进步서로. 대신 농아니를 마찬가지 싱람세는 때 먹을 때敲在. 농아니라 마찬가지. 싱람敲在进步세는 때 먹을 때는 내려도 먹을 싱마 상에 남죠. 때 먹을
So Drupal Rinpoche just wanted to elaborate a little bit on the question that came about Mahamudra. So, we have, for instance, the categories of Sutra and Tantra. So in the category of Sutra, it is the Uttara Tantra. And in the category of Tantra, the highest Yoga Tantra with practices such as Chakrasambhara, Vajravarahi, the completion stage is Mahamudra. But actually, these two are not different from one another. So the union of Sutra and Tantra is the secret path of Mahamudra. Donga nila matemba. Matemba sana? So the essence of Mahamudra is like beyond. So not relying. So Mahamudra itself is like not relying on the path of Sutra, not relying on the path of Tantra. It's like that which transcends Sutra and Tantra. And it is dependent upon devotion. So Mahamudra, which arises through devotion. So it is the secret path of Mahamudra.
Ni na chapter the thesis and drama do the jamon chapter yorwa. Ne jidang ga chen sang ti tep jin do wa chen zhong ro. Ya ne ni lu ga zong dong do ya de jamon ro yong zi an yang tu ten. Yong zi an yang tu ten se jin do wa. Tin zi xiao le wa ni lu chapter de. Ne ni bo ne jawa ren bo che jamon ro chapter jin zi xiao wa. Ti nang song ga chen ren bo che ti li xin zhong chen ne.
Oh, okay. Ya po ko gong da. Ya, yang zhe.
단tric 이게 뭐 고야만 나 고야만
고거래
야 당에 맞이 가서你배워 보지요 티나 샵텐도 와 점원 남이 샵텐 어제 코너에 점원 남이 그게 아양 톱텐 세제 요래 틴지 할레스
So aang tupten
지레스 님에다 배워 티나 샵텐 제 도와테 어드네 다다인데 니 보네 자와는 뭐 이렇게 캡텐 점원님이 캡텐 링보다 제 여러와 링보 제 여래스 어디나네
달래나마 겨워
어다 어디나네 다다다다디 가르쳐는 뭐지 자와는 뭐 이렇게 친합이 요르잖네 디나디 소랑 리센지
거친은 뭐지
또 자와는 뭐 이렇게 친합이 요르잖네 어디나디 소랑디 되나 슐로가제 소랑네 되나 자비도 어때리
거친은 뭐지 도르두바 소
도르두바 말에 디나다 링보 요르와 디나 슐로가 레레레 랑디나 슐로가레 마모도 세이체 어때 랑디 되나 샤 너데 도르두잖아 참아서 두르와 데 말에 디나 슐로가제 랑네 링보 요라 샤텐 코나
야야야
디나 슐로가 레레 랑나 자와르지 샤디나 슐로가 레레 랑네 나 자모는 드레스 가전은 뭐 제발은 이제 샤라 친합체르잖아. 그러니까 뭐 오늘 지상 가전 이 가전상 대한다고 원래 샤테 되는 차 뭐. 제발 어떤 거 알아?
Maybe I need your help a little bit with this, I think.
야, 나 메인 안 되게.
닝기우베.
아.
닝기우베. Okay.
예.
So we have, in the prayer book before there were the there's the long life prayers of His Holiness the Dalai Lama and
jamgon남이라 송해.
Yeah, of the two
최상을 뭐지 중상을 뭐지.
Yeah, of Chetsang Rinpoche and Chungsang Rinpoche. And then there was there Ngumayana Ayang Tupten. Yeah, so these were there was another one, right? Okay. There was a different version because those were Di ayang tupten mare nguma ayang tupten. Yeah, so before the versions of the prayer that we had were from composed by Ayang Tupten, who was the teacher of the two holinesses. And then also there's the long, like for instance, the long prayer of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, but this one takes the long prayer of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and all of the verses are kind of condensed, I think, into the single 4-line prayer. Yeah, so in each of the 4 lines, kind of the longer one is contained in each of, sort of subsumed into each of those 4 lines. And so it has, this one has really great blessings. And actually, Garchen Rinpoche was the one who, Kong Tsomyo Marawa Ja Yore. Yeah. Of Garchen Rinpoche. No.
He's Dalai Lama. This True Holiness long life fair. This Dalai Lama make this longer. Yeah, his 4 lands Garchen was shorter. This blessing more. Yeah, this Garchen make here. This shorter. Shorter mama. Shorter really long. It's long.
Yeah, like 4 line. Garchen will take out from there and make it like a shorter.
Dalai Lama is 3 also.
And the one that Holiness Dalai Lama composed, that one is very long for Holiness.
So the 2 holinesses.
Prayer. So here in the Garchen prayer book, Garchen Rinpoche, like one paragraph to take it out from that and put it in the Garchen's prayer book. So these are like mostly similar with the Garchen's prayer
books. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Huh? We talk about this long line. Yes, this the yellow prayer book.
Yeah, this yellow banner. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go.
Okay, so now the remainder.
Akaro mukama sarva dharmana adi nivena deda ahum piso. Akaro mukama sarva dharmana adi nivena deda ahum piso. Sarva dharmana adenu venadu om pisoha.
Oceans of Dakinis with your chords, those who have arisen from mantra, those arisen from pure Buddha fields, and all those arisen from karma, roamers of holy sites and graveyards, ghosts and all learning these remainders, come here and enjoy this wondrous scraps. Please help us, yogis and retinues, to pacify adverse conditions and obstacles. Help us to achieve the 4 enlightened activities.
PJ kasi
Ako masong? Oh, the 45. Yeah.
45. I think 29. 29. kasi kimbat. Yeah.
What is it?
29.
Yeah.
Torma offering yogi and
Yeah, the Torma offering.
On Kendaru Hom He Om Subhava Shuddha Sarvada Subhava Shuddho Hom.
From within the state of emptiness, a tap, wind, fire, and a hearth of skulls is a skull cup bearing qualities, red inside with white exterior. Therein from Mubira, Shu, and Ma arise the 5 ambrosial nectars. From Nagokuha and Da appear 5 meats which they mark, and the wind stirs, fanning the flames which intensify, causing the contents to melt and boil. From the 3 syllables light rays stream, drawing in divine wisdom nectar. Through this Samaya and wisdom merge, and the nectar becomes a vast sea. Kagulamas yedam deities of the 4 tantras, especially Vajrayogini and all the rest, the emanations and the multitudes of secondary emanations, all the 5 classes of Dakinis. I invite these guests to the Torma.
Oh, Daisy.
Araleho Zahom Bamo Vajradakini Samaya Satam Deshaya Om Vajra Araleho Zahom Bamo Vajradakini Samaya Satam Deshaya Om Vajra Araleho Zahom Bamo Vajradakini Samaya Satam Deshaya. All the guests have Vajra tongues of light, through which they draw nectar and enjoy. Om Guru Deva Sarvam Buddha Dharini Samare Vare Vedam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Guru Deva Sarvam Buddha Dharini Samare Vare Vedam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Guru Deva Sarvam Buddha Dharini Samare Vare Vedam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Sarvada Dhanga Dhamban Savarahi Sabare Vare Argam Bade Bhube Bhube Aloge Gande Nevede All thoughts none remaining are conquered, becoming great combat.
actions display, thus achieving all beings' benefit. To Sri Vajrayogini I bow.
Om Kandaro He Hong Hong Be Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Swabhava Shuddha.
From within the state of emptiness, atop wind, veranda, heard the skulls, is a skulka bearing qualities, red inside with white exterior. Therein from Ubirachu and Ma arise the 5 ambrosial nectars. From Nagokuha and appear 5 meats which they mark, and the wind stirs, fanning the flames which intensify, causing the contents to melt and boil. From the 3 syllables light rays stream, drawing in divine wisdom nectar. Through this Samaya and wisdom merge, and the nectar becomes a lasting. Ishvara and others of the sorts, guardians of the directions with their retinues are all invited.
Om Dashadika Loka Savare Parivare Argam Bhajan Pushme Durbe Aloke Gande Nirvide Om spirits guarding the directions and local protectors, gods and nagas, spirits bringing harm and rakshasas, phantoms and those beings who feed on flesh, hungry ghosts and crazy making ones, forces who inflict forgetfulness, and swarms of mammals and dakinis. Take this torma as a proper gift, and assist us yogins in our aim to accomplish great awakening, pacify all adverse conditions, along with danger and injury,
help us to successfully fulfill the four enlightened activities.
Sudokayo me bhava, anurado me bhava, subhokayo me bhava, sarva siddhi me bhayetsa, sarva karma sujame, zedam yeyam guru hom, ha 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 ho bhagavan, banza heru gama me munza heru gobhava mahasamaya sadhu ahunhi om yoga shuddha sarva dharma yoga shuddha 내려와 지금 바나라나
Yesheba.
Jiktimba.
So on page 35, the second line, which is all the worldly deities depart, I think in the other text, I'm not sure where it is, but all the worldly deities depart. All the worldly deities depart to their individual abodes. The wisdom beings dissolve into me.
Page 43? Yeah, 43, maybe 45. 45, right?
Is it any other text 45?
Mazavara hai, Sabara, Mazavara hai, Argam Badi.
Yeah, the top.
43?
43 and 45, depending on whether you have the older or the newer text.
43. Om Benzavara he Argam Badi Ube Dube Aluge Gande Nevedi
The glorious Vajrayogini, universal queen of skyfarers, embodiment of the five wisdoms and three kayas, you who protect beings, I pay homage and extol your praise. The reliability of the deity and truth of Samaya, and the supreme authenticity of the words of her enlightened speech. By the power of these truths may I be held in your care, Supreme Goddess. May there be true plentiful well-being, no sickness and wholesomeness of mind. May we perfectly reach our desires, liberation and the like, and may abundant excellence be attained. May there be the auspicious auspiciousness of indivisible Vajradhara, with the 7 limbs, and he who bears the name daily and supreme scholar, Naropa, and the one who speaks to languages, Dharma, Lord Marpa, and all lineage lamas of union. May there be the auspiciousness of Varahi, mother of all Buddhas, all the cities without exception, of enlightened body, speech, and mind, attained by my siblings gathered here, the Vajra body of deathlessness, ornamented with the marks and signs, and attaining Vajradhara state.
Yellow pebble. PJ. 다 같이. 서로 나와 있는 게 스칼레 하고. 근데 도대체 하고 그런 거.
Oh, new book, yeah.
Yeah, maybe this PJ 27. Lord Jigsan Sumgon.
Okay, so the Jigten Sumgon prayer, maybe 27.
27.
Okay.
The 27 here. The here she is nicht something. Check it out. Yeah.
Got a bouquet?
Okay.
Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind root and lineage lamas, divine assembly of yidams and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, heroes and heroines, yogini and assembly of dakinis, dwelling in the 10 directions, please heed me. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all sentient beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, pride, and jealousy not arise within my mind. May thoughts of fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. Even at death, may the torment of suffering not arise. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind as such, and in the pervasive clarity of Dharmata. May I in any case gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Little late, I'm sorry. 그래, 둘만 써야 맞아. 근데 கொஞ்சம் too 현지잖아. 오다 현지가. 둘만 요 말.
So, 지라고 그러네.
양도 둘만 요 말이지. 둘만이 비자 지라사 사백고나도 라이브에서.
Okay, so usually there's a Wednesday Tara practice, but that will be canceled tonight. We won't be doing the Tara practice tonight. And so, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. We see you. Sonny is there, Lana. Sonny,
Yeah, so tomorrow we will begin again at 9 a.m. Chicago time.
And teachings at 10, right?
Yeah, 양태 가서 녀바 투도 지开始 통다.
So the schedule is that each morning we do a little bit of mantra recitation, and then we'll have teachings beginning at 10, just like we did today for a period, and then go back to the mantra. Okay, so in the morning we'll begin with English tomorrow.
Okay.